And my colleague Jessica Taneja joins us live for more on the developments in Iran. Jessica, tell us more about the protests.
Well, Ramesh, this protest is slightly different from what we've seen in 2017, 2019, and then again in 2022, when you had women on the streets, not just in Tehran, but many other provinces, protesting against the illegal arrest of Mahsa Amini because of the religious atrocities, as they claimed, were being meted out at them. But this time around, this is about the economic woes. And according to some reports, which also includes the Iran news wire, as well as other multiple sources, they seem to claim that this has spread to more than 180 city districts as well as provinces, and it's quite widespread, where there is distress and anger among people ever since buying usual daily goods has become very difficult for people. So in order to sort of understand and to respond to the ground situation, the Iranian authorities, in the time that has gone by since the protest began, have handed out or at least made promises of giving $7 per month handout in order to sort of make people sort of more comfortable with the situation right now. But these protests, unlike before, have also been able to sort of give a very different wave to it, because as you see the current depreciation of the Iranian rial, which is now 1.4 million to a dollar, and also inflation at an all-time high, which is about more than 47%. All of these factors combined have led to a distress which is being felt amongst various factions and is bringing a kind of unity towards the kind of repression, especially when it comes to people's economic woes. And their inability to buy daily goods has certainly sort of given this uprising a very different mood and cause altogether.
Jessica, before I come to you, let me remind the viewers that the latest news coming in from Tehran is that authorities there are lifting the internet blackout. That's the news coming in. Right, they've, in fact, I stand corrected, they've denied reports of the internet blackout being lifted. So the ban on internet remains very much in place. Right, let me go across to my colleague Jessica one more time on this broadcast. Jessica, what do you make of the reactions coming in from leaders around the world?
Well, you've seen the reactions also, but Ramesh, the situation right now, as you were talking about the internet blockade, from what I've been able to gather and to tell our viewers a little bit about that as well, is that there were talks of Starlink, which is providing internet connection, but that has also been missing and not available to many of the human rights watch agencies who are there, being able to tell the world about what's happening, since there is a massive internet blockade and no information is being easily made available. But so far that Starlink connection has also sort of gone. So that perhaps has created more chaos than it did previously, because that was one option available. Now, talking about world leaders, you're right in pointing out that there have been various statements issued, and also bringing viewers up to speed about a joint statement which was also issued by leaders of UK, France, and Germany, which said that they strongly condemned the killing of protesters in Iran and are deeply concerned. You also heard from Maya Callas, the EU's foreign policy chief. She said the Iranian people are fighting for their cause. And she said, by ignoring their rightful demands, the regime shows its true colors. Certainly, there is a kind of census when it comes to protecting the interests of the people protesting on the streets of not just Tehran, but multiple places across Iran. And somehow, the Supreme National Council would have to do more to ensure than raising taxes and cutting a bit of spending on defense and focusing more on the economic woes, perhaps also because the level of sanctions that Iran sees right now is leading to these protests to become more widespread than they have seen in the past.
All right, we'll leave it there for now. Jessica, thank you. Jessica Taneja reporting on the latest developments taking place in Iran.